Hi, this is Professor Kamble here, and I welcome you all to our next lecture of the course Intellectual Property Rights. We are discussing treaties for the protection of intellectual property rights, in which three treaties are there, two which we have gone all, and now one is remaining, that is Budapest Treaty, which we'll discuss today. In intellectual property rights, as we discussed, we are protecting the intellectual properties. And for the protection of these intellectual properties, we need certain laws, certain authorities, certain institutions, which will be playing an important role in protection of such properties. As we know, patent is one of the important form of IPR through which we are able to protect number of new research which can be done by scientists from the different sections, different departments. It may be agriculture, it may be information technology, or it may be from some industrial section. So all these things can be protected under the patent. And this Budapest Treaty is mainly, or the title of this treaty is that the treaty for the international recognition of the deposit of microorganisms for the purpose of patent procedure 1977. Okay, so here when we are looking to get patent for a particular newly found product, at that time we need to disclose all the information related to the formation of that product. It may be new formulation of pesticide, it may be new chemical. So whatever newly found product is there by any scientist or any government, any institution, they will need to fill an particular application in which they need to disclose all the information regarding formation of the product, regarding research of that particular product, and then only the product will get patented. In trademark, sorry, in trade secret, we have discussed that the owner is not willing to disclose the information so that he is not getting the patent for the product. In opposite, in the patent, when we are applying for the patent, we need to disclose an information. Now the question is that what is the role of this Budapest Treaty? Okay, as we go through deposit of microorganisms for the purpose of patent. So whenever microorganisms are involved in research, at that time scientists need to deposit that particular sample of microorganism to the patent authority, that is WIPO, so that they will get patented. Now here, as we know, Number of microorganisms are there. It may be bacteria, it may be fungus, maybe viruses, maybe DNAs. And as we know, in proper example of cotton, where use of microorganism was takes place, that is the soil bacterium called as Bacillus thuringiensis, which was used in BT cotton. Not microorganism, but some genes from that microorganism. Okay, so in these cases we need to submit a sample of Bacillus thuringiensis to the patent authority to get the patent of this BT cotton, because we have used this bacterium in the bacillus in the BT cotton. So that we need to disclose the information that we have isolated a gene from this organism and we have inserted, so that we got these particular results. So we need to give an sample of this bacterium to the authority. Okay, just for example purpose, we may have new bacteria, new fungus from which we are able to isolate number of products, number of secretions are there. And whenever these secretions are new, we will get patented and we have to submit the sample of that microorganism. Okay, so this Budapest Treaty is playing an important role in the protection of this and deposit of the microorganisms used in the different researches. So moving on to the next slide. Budapest Treaty. In our last lecture also we discussed the Budapest, which is a place in the Hungary, and the treaty was signed at that place on April 28, 1977. So that the treaty or this particular international agreement is called as a Budapest Treaty. As of July 20, 2019, 82 countries are the parties. Okay, so here, as we discussed, the parties means members of that treaty or that organization. The Budapest Treaty on the international recognition of the deposit of microorganisms for the purpose of patent procedure, or Budapest Treaty, is an international treaty signed in Budapest, Hungary on April 20, 1977. Okay, so at this date, on this date, we have signed this particular treaty. It entered in force on August 9, 1980 and was later amended on September 26, 1980. So here, as we discussed earlier also, we'll revise it again. Any organization or treaty which was got signed and it come into force on different dates, because signed means they have concluded that we will have this particular organization and they have decided some primary things, but when actually it got implemented, it will have some time for the primary requirements of that organization or that agreement, and it will take some time. So that always whenever any organization is there, any treaty is there, signed on some other date, and also it come in the force in some other dates. Okay, that's why there are two different dates. First one is signed, that is April 28, 1977, and it comes in force on August 9, 1980, and was later amended on September 26, 1980. Amended means what? Whenever any new law is there, in that particular law, number of things to be changed, number of things are missing. So Whenever such type of things observed by the authority at that time, they will make some changes in that particular law, and that's the process of amendment. Okay, and which was done on September 26, 1980. The treaty is administered by World Intellectual Property Organization. This is also we have discussed in last two treaties, that is WIPO is the highest authority, apex body which is administrating all these three treaties of protection of intellectual property rights. Next point, the Budapest Treaty ensures a person who applies for a patent need not to deposit the biological material in all countries. Applicant need only to deposit the biological material at only recognized institution, and this deposit will be recognized in all countries or the parties to the Budapest Treaty. Like in trademark, we have discussed that we need to register at only at the place of origin, and it will get protected in all the countries which are the members of that treaty. Like that here also, the member from a home country, he need to submit their particular microorganism in the or biological material, not only microorganisms, all type of biological material which is used in the research can be deposited in only home country, and which will be applicable to all the members which are the parties of Budapest Treaty, so that it is very handy process for that researcher to get material protected in all countries. Next important point, the treaty allows deposit of microorganism at an international depository authority to recognize the for the purpose of patent procedure. Now here it is one of the important point, that is IDA, International Depository Authority, which is works under this World Intellectual Property Organization for the deposition of different type of biological material which is used in different type of researches. Moving on to the next slide. What is this International Depository Authority? Is again one of the important question. So any culture collection center can become IDA, but it has to give assurance to members of Budapest Treaty and WIPO that it will deposit microorganisms from any depositors. It will accept and store microorganisms in safe and proper manner and furnish the sample to any authorized person as per requirement in strict manner, obeying all the rules and regulations of Budapest Treaty. One of the important point with respect to international depository authorities. Okay, now as we saw in our first slide, that is 82 members are the parties up to 2019. So from these 82 countries, any culture collection can become an international depository authority. Only the thing is that they should be very strict with respect to the storage of that microorganism in very safe and proper manner, because if it will get harm because of not keeping it in the proper manner, in that cases it will be not good for that person who is applying for the patent or in future also. Okay, so it is all responsibility of that IDA to keep the sample in the proper way, also make available all these samples of microorganisms or any biological material to the WIPO or any other authorized body as per the requirement, is one of the responsibility of International Depository Authority. As of July 23, 2018, there were 47 IDA in approximately 25 countries worldwide. Okay, so here this number of IDAs also required for storage of this biological material, which are presently 47 are there, these digits may get changed. It's up to the 2018, which was 47 in 25 different countries. In 2001, India became a part of Budapest Treaty, and currently there are two IDAs: Microbiological Culture Collection in National Center for Cell Sciences, Pune, and second one, that is Microbial Type Culture Collection and Gene Bank, MTCC, at Institute of Microbial Technology, Chandigarh, respectively. Okay, so there are two IDAs currently present in the India, which was located, which are located in Pune and Chandigarh. They are doing this work of deposition of biological material for the process of patenting. Next important point, that is, along with IDA, India has 13 more culture collection centers known as designated repositories, storing different kind of biological resources and recognized by National Biodiversity Authority. Okay, again here National Biodiversity Authority, which comes under the some other aspect with respect to the protection of environment. That is also the part of our syllabus, which we'll discuss in our next lectures. But now just remember that along with these two IDAs, we are having 13 more culture collections under this National Biodiversity Authority. Next, the deposits are made at an international depository authority in accordance with the rules of the treaty on or before the filing date of complete patent application. So whenever any researcher or authority which is applying for the patent, they need to submit the microorganisms or biological material which is involved in the research on or before completing their patent application, is one of the important point with respect to the timings or requirement of submission of these microorganisms. Next important point, that is key features of Budapest Treaty, in which first is the IDA formation and recognition of single deposition of microorganisms for patent purpose. Second, broad definition of microorganisms. Okay, that is a broad definition of microorganism means what? Here, which type of material can be protected? It may be bacteria, fungus, or the range of the biological material which can be protected under this treaty. Safe deposition of microorganisms. Okay, so the organisms which are submitted, that should be maintained for the years as per the guidelines of this treaty. Then deposition and furnishing of sample. Not only deposition, but also these depositories need to provide samples as per the requirement of authorized persons. It may be WIPO, it may be some other persons. Next, main functions of IDAs, in which storage of microorganism for patent purpose, which is the basic, very basic function of the IDA. Next, long-term storage of microorganism in safe manner. Okay, safe manner is very important, because if somebody submitting their sample with the IDA and they are not able to maintain this particular sample, which is very harmful to the person who is applying for patent, then furnishing of sample as per the requirement creates an environment of good mycological practices, is one of the basic and important criteria of International Depository Authority, that is creating good environment or good microbiological practices in that particular laboratories. Then identification and characterizations of sample. Sometimes what happens, physically it may be same, okay, organisms are same, but they are having some different at their genomic level. So in these cases, we need to go for the characterization of the samples. Characterization is nothing but the mapping of their genome. So that is also one of the function. Then gives accession number to sample. Okay, somewhere we need to register these samples. That is also one of the important function of IDA. Next, maintain secrecy of deposited microorganism, also one of the important aspect, that is secrecy. Okay, if this particular sample is disclosed before patenting of the that particular organism, in that cases also researchers may suffer, or which is not good practice for any new research. Then provides human resource work such as training program related to microbial techniques. Then protection of environment, proper transport of sample is also one of the responsibility or the function of International Depository Authority. International Depository Authority is nothing but the center, collection center, okay, where that particular members countries will have collection of the micro biological material which is used in the research work with respect to their getting patent. Then next important point, that is which type of the biological material or which type of the things can be protected or deposited, that is depositable subject matter, in which first is the range of material able to be deposited under the Budapest Treaty include cells of bacteria or fungus or eukaryotic cell lines, then plant spores. Okay, different type of the cells. It may be eukaryotic or some bacteria, fungi also there. Then genetic vectors into brackets such as an plasmid or bacteriophage vectors or viruses containing a gene. Okay, here genetic vectors means what? In short, we'll discuss. Genetic vectors are the fragments of the DNA itself, but they are able to replicate their cell in some other organism cell. They are having the ability. Okay, so these type of the fragments of the DNA can be called as genetic vectors, in which E. coli is there. Then types of the vectors are also there. Plasmids are there, phasmids are there, bacteriophages are there, yeast vectors are there. Then different DNA fragments, organisms used for expression of a gene, making a protein from the DNA. Okay, that is also one of the important aspect. Then there are many types of expression systems as we discussed, that is bacterial, yeast, viral, plant or animal cell culture, yeast, algae, protozoa, eukaryotic cells, cell lines, purified nucleic acid, or naked DNA, RNA, or plasmids. So till date or so far, this type of biological material which may be used in research, so that we are able to protect all these type of the material in International Depository Authority. Okay. Nowadays in biotechnology, number of tools got developed for the formation of wide range of products in agriculture and non-agriculture sectors also. And as we discussed, the BT cotton is one of the example of the genetic engineering, in which the genes from bacteria, that is Bacillus thuringiensis, was transferred or inserted into the cotton for the resistance of different pests or group of pests which is damaging the crop of cotton. Okay, so like this, nowadays number of examples are there in which biological material is used for the different research, and these type of material can be stored or deposited in International Depository Authority, and which authority is one of the body under World Intellectual Property Organization, working on the basis of or on the directives given by the Budapest Treaty, which we are currently discussed. And this Budapest Treaty is mainly for the collection of these organisms and deposition of the organisms. Okay, so this is all about Budapest Treaty, which is for the international recognition of the deposit of microorganisms for the purpose of patent procedure. Means if anybody person which is from India applying for the patent and he have submitted his microorganism or biological matter which is used in the research in India, then this particular will be applicable to remaining 81 countries which are the current members of Budapest Treaty. No need to go in remaining countries and submit the samples, register again and again. Okay. Only one application, only one deposition, and which will be applicable to the all parties of Budapest Treaty is uh, one of the instead of one of the it is the basic function of this Budapest Treaty. So today we'll stop here. In our next lecture, we'll discuss about TK holders, that is traditional knowledge holders. Okay, in which meaning of the traditional knowledge, rights, and what are the different laws related to the traditional knowledge. We'll discuss in our next lecture. And one important thing is that in today's lecture, some points are not there in our notes, so kindly make write it down different points which are new with respect to our notes. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.